Și prima seară în Antigua am luat un bus de la Atitlan și am ajuns aici. Călătorie de vreo 3 ore jumătate. Pe atmosferă așa, un vibe super fain. Străduțe cu piatră, lumini, oameni peste tot. Și un orășel colonial chiar foarte fain. Oi.
Guatemala, but for why exist the customs, the different customs in Guatemala. When Guatemala is a free colony, the Spanish people do not understand what is the difference in my people. Mm-hmm. You know, my Kachigel, my Pocomam, Pocomchi, and so gave us these little sticks or little tools for made a one uniform. You know, and so it's so an apartheid. But my people, for not lost the culture, creative property designs for account a one history and talk with other towns and account the history and not lost the memory. Mm-hmm. And so, for example, my towns in Anthony Hot Springs and the past living in the mountains. The first is the bay. In my language, bay is a short way in the mountain. Mm-hmm. The second is the seeds. This is exactly seeds, but it's exactly pumpkin seeds. Mm-hmm. Why? It's a traditional food here in my town. Mm-hmm. Pumpkin seeds, roast, tomato, and tortillas. It's delicious. The other is tiquin, but I show you after. You can to see here. And for me, the most important is this: riche carte. Riche carte you can translate in English to the paw of the dog. Paw, the paw, the palm of the dog. Paw.
Yeah.
Why? Something grandfather say in the past that dogs protect my people and protect my people went down to the mountains to the coyotes. And so it's really important animal. When you respect the traditions of the town and practice the Mayan spiritual, and you are from this town, the dog is the most important animal. And so maybe you can see me. Sometimes I go with the dogs and street dogs and get the food, hug, pat. Why? My grandmother said me you need to pay the bill of your ancestors. You got it? Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Okay. Other important thing from San Antonio Aguascalientes is the technique. I show you after another original Texas. This is only for show to the people. Mm-hmm. But St. Anthony Hot Spring have one special technique, and it's a double face. Mm-hmm. It's in Spanish it's brocado. For this reason, the blouse of San Antonio Aguascalientes is really expensive.
So by hand.
Are două fețe.
Okay.
Okay, and so one blouse from San Antonio Aguascalientes can have the price for the most cheaper 6, 8, 90, 100 cues, the most expensive 4, 5, or 6,000 cues. Mm-hmm. And the other important textile is this, but this is only the size, but not exactly this. This is a sute. When the people married in St. Anthony Hot Springs, for example, when I married, my wife needs to make a one sute for my mother. This is the tradition. Mm-hmm. It's obligatory. Mm-hmm. And so, the women made the sute with the original technique of St. Anthony Hot Springs, but now it's normal the men's married with women for other countries, for other towns, and so don't know the original technique from St. Anthony Hot Springs.
So they buy it.
Need to buy it. I go with other women and say, please, made my sute. One sute have the price for 4,000-5,000. The most expensive I know, 15,000 cues. So $2,000. And so it's really expensive, and it's a really important. Why? And the church, come here, man. Now you're my example.
Yeah.
In the church, when
They have to
when
put it
happy
on.
ritual, the wife take the sute, call to the mother, and put here.
Okay.
This represents the wife have a new family. And so the woman, the mother checking, like it, don't like it, and this is the problem. Don't like it, the sute, don't use in the party. And it's a problem for the couple. Why? All the people are in the party talking and say, oh, look, dad, now I have the sute. It's a bad wife. But it's only for the party. After the people forgot, you know. But it's a little problem, you know, with the sute, the mother qualified to the
Okay.
wife. Or sometimes when it's so beautiful, extend it in all the body in this position like that. Or sometimes here,
So they show off.
yes, for sure to the woman to say, look, that is the most expensive. And all the places have a different history. For example, I love the history for this box. One friend from San Raimundo told me the history. San Raimundo is really famous for having so much music bands. But exactly why music bands? Hornets, corn French, you know. And so my friends say me, in the past, the beards, the tikin in my language, show to the people for play music. So for this reason, I stay a lot to the beards. And so all the blows have a different techniques and represent a different towns and a different histories. But this history lost us. Why? Not stay in the books. I know something histories, but I listen to the grandfathers, to the people, and so I remember, and it's more traditional. You conserve the histories in your mind and the oral tradition. Why? In my people, when you die, in my credence, when you die, you form a part to the ahau, and the ahau not is exactly your soul, it's your knowledge. You apport all your knowledge to the how for legacy to the next generations. The kites. You know why it's important, the kites?
No.
Okay. The kites form part to the syncretismo of Guatemala. What is syncretismo? It's the fusion to the Catholic traditions and Mayan traditions. And so, the 1st of November in Guatemala have the festival of all the saints, or Day for all the saints. It's a national holiday. And so all the people go to the cemeteries for visit the more places. And so what represent the kites? The people and the children fly the kites for say to the souls, I'm stay here.
Ca zmei.
I'm stay here, come and I have the food, I have drinks, I have music, come with me and pass a one day with me. And in my town it's normal, the grandmothers or the grandfathers, when talk more cachical, stay in the place with the wife or with the husband, you know. And when over all the things, use a one phrase, Tana cuenta we. My language now is modern language, and the people simplify the significant significative of the language. For example, the people use Matios for say thank you, but one grandfather, what akih, it's a Mayan guide, say me, for example, the completely significative to Matioses, you gave me a bad price or bad things return for you. You gave me a good price, good things return for you, and more. And so, the nakwenta way significative so the translated in English. You go now in a new way. Find a good things, have a good looking, but someday come back to me. You got it. And so when the woman's or the man's over, all say Tana cuenta we. I see you the next year in the same place.
Okay.
So it's
Beautiful.
It's part of the secrets of Guatemala. And maybe you have a questions? No. This is the technique. First, you make the ball and fix the ball, and put in your palm, and with your fingers is soft and quickly.
Okay.
When you have a big circle, only fix it. And continue.
This corn flour, right?
Corn. It's only
maize,
corn.
maize, not wheat. Corn.
Only corn.
Only
Yes.
corn and
Corn.
that's it. Corn, water,
Corn, water, yeah.
and that's it.
When you produce it,
Mai repede,
move you.
repede.
Okay.
Yeah, perfect. With your fingers. And your
Și
palm.
pe degete.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, you got it. Yeah, perfect. It's really easy. Fix it,
Yeah,
fix it, fix it. Yes. Yes, so, yeah.
Not.
Only be careful, it's really work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah, in Guatemala, you find a source of tortillas in all the places that say tortillas 1 time, 2 times, 3 times. 1 time is in the breakfast, 2 times breakfast and dinner or and lunch, 3 times breakfast, lunch and dinner. For turn, be careful in the here in the river, you know, the
Yeah.
touch quickly. Careful.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Good job, man.
No.
No, here's normal. The people have.
So the flour.
No, that's the flour, the fruit. Oh, it's this. Nice flour.
Yeah. But grinded. Flour meaning
Powder.
Ah, powder.
Flour of
No.
is powder of
No,
this.
cooking first in water.
Okay.
And after.
Mash.
Grind. Yeah, nice or grind in a rock or in a machine.
Okay.
But it's cooking first. Not made of flour.
Okay, I understand now. So first you are boiling,
Yes. Yes.
like
And you
like
make
this.
like a mesh.
No, yes.
Yeah, I understand, but when you boil this and make hummus or something, yeah.
When you grinder, you have this.
Mm-hmm.
But it's before cooking. And in Guatemala, you find a different colors of the corn.
Huiso.
Yeah.
You have red, you have green, you have dark, you have white, you have yellow, white. You
We-
remember the cross of the points? Have this color represent the corn.
Ah, okay. Okay.
And all the colors have one. For example, you can just see me. Sometimes I made the cross. That is for the Jesus is north, south, east, always. It's complicated. Anything? Da una así. Esa chequea no cocina eso. A ver.
No tengo. No tengo. Una normal.
Only here?
¿Con salita?
You want a house?
Yes.
With the butter.